Yeah. Hi, how are you?
And
That's occupied.
the man is and the woman is 92.
Oh, okay.
Come over here. It's part
Sure.
of the community.
Hi, mama, how you doing? Ben iyiyim, sen nasılsın? You so cold, why you? Oh, okay. They wanna interview. They want to interview. Ah,
Hey, how are you?
good, I'm good. Hi, how are
You
you?
remember us from Zuccotti Park?
Yeah, how are you?
Yeah, we're still hanging in there.
Very good, very good. Nice to see you.
We've had a lot of problems since the Zuccotti situation. During that time, they told her if she didn't stop involving herself with the young people. Remember, she was mentoring as a chaplain to the young people for those 6 weeks, and sleeping in the van, which they made us move eventually. But they actually had a thing where they were going after her, the Adult Protective Service, and they had a situation in court where they tried to call her incompetent. And people from Zuccotti Park, some of the people that were medical people, doctors and all, tried to attend. What happened is this is the first time in the history of the city of New York they had a 45-minute, can you believe that? They had a 45-minute determination of someone's incompetency. And the judge rules that she was incompetent. And they are in the process of appointing a guardian with the city of New York to take her over and make sure I don't stay with her and take care of my cousin.
What does it mean in real terms when they do that?
No, what happened, she's a chaplain, Major Jordan. She's 92 years old. She's blind. And she needs me because to go around to the different events and other things that she does, she needs assistance. And a lot of times the subways, the elevators don't work. I have to take her up and down subway steps. You know, just like 20, here they have one, but going to the 14th Street side on the 4, 5, and 6 trains, I have to take it down and up the subway steps because there's no lift. But the main thing in the situation is that because she was so active with Occupy Wall Street, they want her off the scene. And because she's well known all over the world, she ordained Winnie Mandela in 1998 in South Africa into the religion, into Christianity. She also did the burial ground. She's the one that did the burial ground, African burial ground, and was featured in American Legacy magazine, which they claim is one of the 25 best photographs ever taken. And she's active with people and helping people and feeding people. We have community gardens that we're involved with. I was one of the first people to win in that, remember they used to have the contest many years ago, Crockett had the contest that became the garden contest. Well, I had been involved and I had won a place in that contest. And we've been feeding people ever since. We're involved with community gardens in Brooklyn, Harlem, and we actually produce food and give it away to people. So even at 92, she stays active. You can Google
Her name is Jordan, right?
Yes. Her name is Sylvia Jordan. You can Google her on the internet, Sylvia Jordan, Occupy, and you can see her involvement with Occupy. But the main thing is they're trying to keep any of the people that have commitment from being involved. Do you want to say anything? She talks very slow. Huh? No, wait.
Jordan, 92-year-old.
He's got to get down to the level.
Originally, I wanted to go down there, but it's not stuff we can go down. I have to put one on the other. I put the stuff on this side, and I bet it's one of them right here. Amazing. How many people I want to?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Alright, she wants to say it.
She can't bend her neck but so high.
The front of my neck,
She's blind.
I'm totally blind, and my neck is just that much. I can't stretch it any further. And it happened to be that the back, my fourth and fifth vertebrae, they're normal, and they were damaged through someone by the name of Sullivan that came through and said that he examined me, which he never even touched me. But he told a lie, he never did examine me. But he did. He took and damaged me, trying to take me out. He was still in the church, and he was taking me out as a representative of the church. And the church, I'm talking, don't say anything, let me tell it my way.
Okay, if she's televising it, you have to explain what the church is.
Excuse me, you don't have to say anything, let me talk. I don't like anybody to interrupt me. I don't take it, don't appreciate it, and don't want it. My memory is my memory. You can't have my memory. You can't have my chin on my back. I'm a woman that happened to be made by the Creator, and I am the Creator of the world. You do not know my title, and you will not know it until I announce it, and you can check it and go any place you want to, do anything you want to do, spend any money you want to spend.
They're trying to get a broadcast and they don't know the church. You gotta explain to them the church. She's part of the Ethiopian Coptic Church. She's an abbess.
Let him do all the talking, because that's what he likes to do.
No, I was going to ask you about...
I know what you asked me, but I'm going to tell you. The name of the church is the Ethiopian Orthodox Coptic Church.
Thank you, yeah.
And I'm also under the Greek Methodist and all the different churches of the world. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not just with one church. But Faith
right.
Restoration is my main church,
Okay.
which I incorporated on the 18th of February in 1981 from 388 Midwood Street. And therefore, that's when the Mirror, the News, the Street, the New York Street Paper, the Occupy Harlem, and all the different places were there. And those people that carried on to help others for all the years. I was the secretary for them. And that's when Sears and Roebuck joined together, and I was connected to 2304 in Philadelphia, 2304 North 12th Street, 2304 North 11th Street. And there was Mr. Mason there, and there was Mr. Goodrich, and there were many people that we took from 265. We had the Fosters, which is all the family that had to do with the dry cleaning. That's when that dry cleaning came out by the pound. And we also had the ones that was the one where you had the one with the funny head, and they used to call them zips. And they were the ones that had those pointed heads, and they stayed in Brooklyn also, and also in Manhattan. And we went up to Vermont, and you could look into their house, and they could look out at you, but you couldn't look in their house. They could look at you, and they were at 17.
Okay.
Talking about your churches, I mean, she has churches in Manila that were attacked by the Al-Qaeda. The Al-Qaeda in the hills in the Philippines. And because her people were Christians, the Al-Qaeda in the Philippines were actually going after her people. Plus she's had tragedy in Nigeria. She had churches in Nigeria, and Al-Qaeda, one of the Al-Qaeda people shot dead one of her main ministers in Nigeria recently. So she's under a lot of stress with some of the things that have been happening all over the world. Christians are under attack in many of the Arab countries, especially Egypt, because she's Ethiopian Coptic, and there's many Ethiopian Coptics and Coptic churches in Egypt. And these people are presently under attack, and the problem is that now with the new regime that may come in, they're worried about their safety. and they're actually having a problem now that they never had before. Even in Israel and Palestine, one of the things that helped the Palestinians was that the Christians in Palestine and the Christians in Israel were always a group that could be counted on, that could be a buffer between the Israelis and the Arabs. But recently what is happening is that they're being attacked as well by the Israelis. So it's a real situation that all over the world you have a problem now where people are coming down on Christians. And she feels very bad because some of them, like I said, she's had one of them shot, and her people in the Philippines were actually attacked by people from Al-Qaeda. So she takes a lot of distress on herself.
And is she?
I'm still in a hospital there in the Philippines.
Explain.
I have a school in the hospital in the Philippines.
Okay. Is this a religious or official uniform?
What?
He's asking what your uniform is.
United States Army.
And like, is it officer
Serving a
uniform?
country.
No, she's chaplain.
Chaplain.
I'm Chaplain Major George.
Oh, it's a major. Okay. Yeah. Got it.
In World War II, she was with Buffalo Soldiers. Stop eating. You're on camera. He's trying to take
Oh, I'm
it.
sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. Because
I thought I was supposed to act natural.
yeah, natural is better. Yeah, that's fine.
But the main thing is she also was with the Buffalo. Explain what you were with, and she's one of the people that is the picture postcard for this HR 23 bill. A lot of people aren't aware that a lot of people did not ever get paid or not get credit during World War II. She's part of the HR 23 Belated Merchant Marine Act that got passed in the Congress, but then got defeated in the Senate by the Republicans, to show that they don't care, because these people are now in their 80s and 90s like her, and a lot of them didn't get credit and a lot of them didn't get paid. She was also with the U.S. Army Transport, because at the time we didn't really have a Navy, and they had what they call a national, what did you call that thing? The national what?
National Maritime Union.
National Maritime Union that got all of these people
Military Sea Transportation Service.
the Military Sea Transportation Service, which used other countries' ships to move our troops and munitions back and forth.
The North Line, American number 1, and American number 2 ship. Dayline. Robert Fulton.
All these were commercial ships which we commandeered to help us with World War II.
101.
And she was into the
109.
accounting and the stop. Mother, you're on camera, so you gotta stop eating.
No, I don't. I'm not-
Whatever she feels, it's okay. And so, finally, how is this
No,
matter?
what happened, the bill didn't get through the Senate, so it's going to be reintroduced again. So you have to go next year back in, probably after the election, the way the election looks now. So it'll go back in again to be passed after this next election, so that these people finally. Plus, in that bill, what happened is she wrote the payrolls for the people in the Pacific, like the Philippine troops and the Papua New Guinea, all these other troops in the Pacific Theater of Operation. She was one of the people that wrote the payrolls for these people. And a lot of people didn't know that these people were